Hello everyone, how are you? I'm excited to be back on here. It's been a minute. I've been working and trying to make my energy last. So it's been a while since I've been on here, and I'm in a new setup as well. I don't know if you can tell, but I'm in a completely different area. It's probably not going to stay like this. I don't know how I feel about it yet. We'll see how the video goes. I just had to turn the camera around because I wasn't able to see. I wasn't going to be able to see like the cards and be able to show you guys the cards. So we're starting again, but that's okay. We didn't get too far. I'm so excited to be back on here. This reading is going to be kind of an energy check-in, you versus your person. We're going to see what's going on in the connection. I've already got some oracle cards pulled, but I'm going to do some tarot shuffling for you guys after we've got all the cards laid out, just for overall messages. But yeah, I'm excited. I think I just want to jump into it, so I'll do our little sound clearing and set my intention. So thank you guys for watching this video, for tuning in. I just set the intention that only messages of the highest good for the collective watching this comes through, and that I have a clear and open channel to spirit so that the messages are crystal clear. As I was shuffling the cards at the beginning to kind of get them ready, the 10 of Pentacles fell on the ground, so we're gonna see if that's a good thing or a bad thing. Okay, so yeah, let's go ahead and begin. I'm excited. I kind of want to move this and put a different picture there because this is just an older little sketch that I did, but it kind of goes with the message. You live here, you live in my heart. I feel like you and this person live in each other's hearts. So yeah, let's go ahead and jump in and see what messages want to come through. We're obviously going to start with you, collective, because you're the one watching. You're my sister, my friends. So yeah, let's start. We're going to start with the spirit animal to see what card represents you right now in this connection. And you got the fox. The beautiful, beautiful fox. I'm not sure how I'm going to lay these out. We might just go from left to right. But should we do all the cards out first? I'm going to have to look on my phone in the guidebook for this one. I just heard you're foxy though, so maybe you're looking really, really nice, really good right now, collective. Your energy is very, I always see foxes as like a spirit animal, so maybe you're very much connected to spirit right now. I just feel like a wiseness. So let's look. Let's find our card. Yeah, I have the guidebook PDF because these cards only came in the little baby deck. So we're looking for Earth right now. Okay. So you are the fox right now. Right now you're embodying smart, strong, a strong partner or mate. You're a wise teacher. That was the energy I was picking up on. So the fox is an enchanting creature with plenty of mystique to go around. Fox personalities are skillful in business and also make great teachers. They are quick to learn and adapt well to new situations. Foxes are ideal life partners as they commit to relationships for the long term, and their natural charisma keeps things exciting. Fox energy helps us to stay true to those most dear to us. When this card appears, reconnect to those you love. Foxes don't do well when they slip away. So I feel like with this being the card, the spirit animal that represents you right now, I feel like you have this energy of not only being like the strong partner, it's almost like you give off this wise, I guess what the card literally said, this wise teacher energy. But I'm trying to see what I'm seeing in this right now. It's like you might have a very calming presence, but you might also be very soft-spoken. In regards to this connection, I feel like you're really stepping up. You're really being that voice of reason. So I don't know if there's something going on in this connection, but I feel like even when hard things happen or roadblocks happen or difficult moments happen in this connection, you really show up for yourself and for this person in a way that is, it's just very smart, it's very wise, it's very capable of handling things. It's very much, you're very, what is it when solid-headed, what is it, not hard-headed, but you have a good head on your shoulder. That's what I'm looking for. You have a very good head on your shoulder, collective, and I just feel like you are a good candidate for a relationship. You're showing up in this relationship as a very wise, a very mature, that's the word I was looking for, a very mature energy. It's like you're ready to show up in a way that is not out of this almost farce or this illusion energy, or you're not wanting to show up in a relationship that as like your patterns. You don't want to show up as your patterns, as your illusions, as your fears. I think you're really trying to keep yourself grounded, keep yourself level-headed, and keep that wisdom that you've learned along your journey. So what else can we get? So in regards to this connection, meditating and contemplating. Okay, so you might literally be having to really take a step back so that you can be that wise being, because maybe there's been like imbalances that needed to happen so that you could take those moments to contemplate, take those moments to really see things from this higher perspective. You might be very much contemplating on your emotions right now, really trying to feel into the highs and the lows, or the things that are coming up within this connection, or what this connection may be bringing up for you to release. But also I just got things you want to call in, because with the new moon it's like manifestation. So it's like, how do I want to navigate this connection in a way that will bring, you know, the good, that will bring balance, that will bring stability. Expect powerful change. Okay, so there's something going on within you, collective, in regards to this connection. There's something that is really, it's really like eye-opening to you. And it has to do with your emotions. It has to do with, there's something like a massive change that's happening within you right now, collective. I feel like this connection's really opened you up in a way that maybe you didn't know. You didn't know would happen, because with this meditate and contemplate, it's like this connection is not just something that's surface level. It really takes you deeper. It really makes you think. It really makes you, oh my gosh, that was confirmation, but also it's 11:11. Don't even start. What? What? It's 11:11. So yeah, you're really, there's massive change happening in this connection and within you. Like, I'm getting drawn to this unicorn card that's just sitting here. It's like, you have such a profound connection to spirit. Your crown is illuminated in maybe ways that you haven't really figured out how to balance or figured out how to hone in on these gifts. But I feel like you're constantly just this wise presence, this wise teacher. And I feel like in this connection especially, you provoke profound change. This connection is provoking it within you too. And I'm trying to think, should I go all the way through your energy and then go through your person's energy? I think that's what I'm going to do. Okay, so what other card represents this collective energy? Taming the Wind. And these are new cards, so I will have to be looking at the book. But I just feel like, look at this beautiful beautiful being. She's caught feathers. Feathers are significant. Birds are significant. This is that energy of that wisdom, that connection to spirit. Oh my gosh, that's gorgeous. Look at how beautiful. You are tapped in, collective. There's a lot of change. 55, that's change. And then we've got the powerful change. So you're going through a profound change within this connection, collective. So we have taming the wind. Here the feather, a symbol that is used in clearing ceremonies for smudging, reminds you of the sacred commitment you make to your life. This is the symbol of consciously bringing the spiritual into the material, infusing the world with reverence and acknowledgement of the higher planes of existence that influence and animate all life. The feather is a symbolic reminder of deliberately entering into a partnership with the Great Spirit to co-create for the highest good of all. This is who you are, collective. You are in, like, it's like Holy Communion. You're in, like, alignment. You're parallel walking with the Great Spirit, figuring out ways to anchor down the divine, to bring the spiritual into the material. So the invitation, it says, it's time to clear your energy, be present, and become conscious of how you communicate. This is a good time to write in a journal and put your thoughts into cohesive form. Perhaps you need to actually do a smudging ceremony in your home or office, creating a sacred space. Write down your dreams and desires. Just remember that when Taming the Wind card appears, it appears as a symbol. It is time to honor the Great Spirit with reverence and respect. Clean up any misunderstandings with others. Clear the air after disagreements and allow others to share their side of things. You are now called to be a good listener. This is not a time to be right. It's a time for you to understand rather than to be understood. Good things come out of this restraint of tongue and pen. You will be surprised at how things get resolved when you allow for all sides to have value. And what a beautiful energy that is in a connection. Because that, coupled with the fox, it just really shows that I think you're more ready for this connection than you may think. You are a wise teacher, collective. You are bringing the spiritual into the mundane, the divine into the mundane. And I feel like this card is reminding you that through this connection, stay anchored with spirit, stay anchored into your truth. Allow this energy, the energy buildups, to clear up. If there are disagreements within this connection, remember to tap into your higher wisdom so that you can, it's honestly like teach and learn at the same time. This connection feels very profound. I'm getting chills. Taming the Wind. Beautiful. Alright, next card. Blind Faith. It's really you. Right now, collective, you're trusting. Because I feel like even in the uncertainty, it's like you feel like there's a massive shift happening within this connection. And so it's like all you're called to do is really just meditate, contemplate, connect to the Great Spirit, and just have faith. Meditate, contemplate, connect the Great Spirit, and have faith. Okay. I just feel like you're such a great teacher. You honor the emotions that come up from this connection. You really, and maybe if you feel like you've been kind of teetering or off balance within this connection, maybe this is a call again to return to that sacred wind, that sacred connection to spirit, that sacred whisper of truth, of faith within this connection. Because I feel like you know that this connection is much more transformational than what meets the eye. It's like there's something deeply moving you within this connection. And maybe it's moving this person as well. I'm gonna have to make more space, guys. We gotta keep our rose quartz though for the love. So let's put you here. You here. Okay. Alright, so what other cards are representing the collective right now in this connection? We've got Kairos and the ring. I feel like you have a very deep connection, a very deep commitment to seeing this connection through, seeing that, making sure that it's something that is successful. It takes two to tango, but you seem to be really taking the reins right now, collective. Trying to see what the best way to do this is, because we still got a whole other row. So bear with me, guys. Alright, let's get these last ones. Forgiveness will set you free. And everything is a reflection. Hold up the energetic mirror. Oh, guys. So I'm getting two messages. One is that you need to forgive this person for something that's happened in the past. There's something about that setting you free, being able to fully be in this connection again. I'm saying again, so this could have been a past connection that kind of fizzled out, or something happened that calls for forgiveness. So that's one message. The second message is, in order to really feel safe or feel successful or safe or balanced in this connection, you have to forgive a past hurt or a past version of yourself that existed. There's something about early childhood. There's something about maybe a parent wound, but there's something that you're holding on to or you're harboring consciously or subconsciously that calls for forgiveness. It calls you to forgive so that you can really step into this connection in more of a freeze. You can free yourself to have success. And then everything is a reflection. Hold up the energetic mirror. This connection is a mirror. How we were talking about earlier with meditating and contemplating, it's like this connection really makes you think. It brings you past the conscious and into the depths of the subconscious, into that void space of creation. It really, it's very interesting how something can pull you into the infinite, but also pull you into the present, because it's all coexisting, coinciding together. So I want to read Kairos, because Kairos is one of the important cards in this deck. So with Kairos here, it is mythic time and synchronicity. Oh, you know about them synchronicities in this connection, collective? There's something happening. We have all experienced timelessness of life beyond the ticking of the clock. It may be felt as time standing still, slow motion, or losing track of time. On a walk or on a lovely conversation. This is known as mythic time, and it is the territory of Kairos. This card suggests there is a secondary time continuum that goes beyond any earthly clocks and schedules. Within this nonlinear realm, we access divine timing. A single moment ripens with auspiciousness, and our actions change the trajectory of our whole life. Time becomes a living thing that watches over us and tells us precisely when to speak or act. When this card appears, it is all about patience and precision. No clock can guide you. Wait for the rush of inner knowing and not a moment longer. So I feel like this connection is really teaching you to have that trust, that faith, faith in divine timing, faith that your time, what is it saying? Your time is not God's time. Your time is not Spirit's time. We think that things have to happen in a certain way, whether that be because of this is how relationships are supposed to look. You're supposed to be together, get married, have kids, do this. It's like, that's not how everything always looks. I feel like this card is really telling you that there's like it said, there's a secondary time continuum that goes beyond earthly clocks. So as you're living on the earthly realm, the earthly plane, going through that linear time, there's another plane where it's mythic time, divine timing. And I feel like you're being called to really remember that, especially when it comes to this connection. Like with the ring too, it's like there's always this pressure to do things a certain way because of how society or how our family or how perceptions would have us believe. 111. But there's a much bigger clock. There's something else happening with the synchronicities. This connection could be very synchronistic. We saw 1111. I just saw 111. It's like there's something that brings you into truth, that brings you into alignment with Spirit. It brings you in alignment with inner knowing. It says the word evil comes from the root unripe. Consider that everything has a time of ripeness when it becomes a nourishing fruit, sweet to the lips. So yeah, maybe this connection, it didn't feel like the timing was right. It felt like no matter what you did for this connection to try to push it forward, to kind of be that stable, grounded energy, maybe there were moments where it just didn't feel like it was ripe. It didn't feel like things were really in alignment. But I feel like there's a reminder to have faith that the timing is not what you might think with your carnal mind. I just saw 2222. So yeah, don't fight against divine timing, because it will always come when it's meant to. And I just flipped at the threshold, so it's like you're at the threshold of something big, some powerful change within this connection. And I think you're really being called to have faith and trust in that timing, trust in how things are unfolding right now, because it's just, you will be so much better for it. I think a lot of times, like, you might have been in worry a lot because of the timing of things, or because things weren't unfolding how you wanted them to, or how you thought they were supposed to. It's like, don't forget though that there's something deeper happening under the surface. It's bigger than you. It's bigger than this person. And it's for you, ultimately, for you and this person. Where's our ring? The ring, the infinite, the will, the wheel, the connection. Yeah, this connection is infinite. Brings you to the infinite, reminds you of the infinite. The ring is an image of connectedness. Rather than viewing life as linear, again, as a series of progressive achievements, the ring challenges us to sense the cyclical, infinite nature of our world and experiences. Beginnings and endings fall by the wayside as we practice seeing ourselves as part of the cosmic circularity of creation. For this reason, it's no surprise a ring is worn on the finger to represent eternal love that surpasses space, time, and worldly things. So much can be projected onto this archetypal image because it mimics the Earth's orbit around our great sun and the intimate bond between two lovers. It is the micro and macro united. This card calls us to deepen connection with self, other, and the world at large. Meanwhile, there may be a literal ring awaiting to adorn your finger. So I feel like in regards to this connection, it's almost like don't know, do you have a feeling that this is supposed to be like exchanging vows? Do you have a feeling that this is like a bigger, there's something bigger happening, but then it talks about the macro and the micro. So with the infinite, you have both. And I feel like with this connection, you're really tapping into the yin and the yang, the light and the dark within you and this person. And I feel like with this, it looks like an eye. It's really, you're seeing truths, deep truths. Spirit, what other messages can you give the collective? I just heard it's not a roundabout. I don't know what that means. It's not a roundabout as in you're not gonna go through cycle after cycle after cycle. There's something profound here, collective, that you're meant to really meditate on, really contemplate on within this connection. And we'll get more information after we look at your person's energies. So yeah, let's go ahead and see what's going on with the person on your mind, collective. They are represented by the wolf. I was very excited to see this. You're both represented by Earth right now, so I think you're both really trying to stay grounded. This person might be very intense. I don't know why I was very drawn, like the eyes of this wolf. It's like there's an intensity about this person's energy right now. There's something very is stoic the word? There's something very powerful. Oh, so this is nice. So with the fox, it talked about partnership, being a good partner. The fox, or the wolf, talks about guardian of family and tribe, activism and ritual. So the wolf's mission is to uphold the well-being and longevity of the pack. Healthy wolf energy expresses itself through activism, mentorship, and humanitarian efforts, or teaching, religious or political studies. The wolf gets in trouble when it assumes every member of the tribe must follow suit. This includes children walking in their parents' footsteps. Although it will surely be unfortunate at first, practicing tolerance helps balance out agitated wolf energy. Contemplate the following. Embrace all, exclude none. So the energy that I was getting was that this person really have a specific way of viewing things, viewing the way that connections are supposed to be. Maybe even this person has some of the same patterns that their parents had taught them, which is like, I think, normal for everybody. We're all like our parents until we unlearn a lot of things. But I think this person, they really want to be this guardian in this connection. They want to be this, I don't know why I heard master. It's not master in the sense of like, you do everything I say. I mean, sometimes this person might have they might have the, I don't know the word I'm looking for, capability, the tendency to expect you to just follow suit, expect you to follow everything that they say, because they may think that they are very much the guardian here. They want to be that that masculine, taking care of everything, making sure everything's together type of energy. You might clash with this person sometimes on this, because and have to remind them like, hey, you can't just expect me to do everything you say. But that's what the energy of this person is. This energy is very heavily connected to this person's energy. It's very much, it's them. They are reliable, when in balance, reliable, democratic, fearless. When out of balance, judgmental or dominating. To bring into balance, practice letting go. So yes, I feel like this person could have a bit of a dominating personality, but I think it comes from a place of wanting to uphold the well-being of, quote unquote, the pack, of the relationship. They want to make sure that everything is structured together and in alignment. Because with ritual, it's like we have to do things this certain way to make sure that we're successful, or we have to do things this certain way to make sure that this connection has longevity. So I think this person may have a tendency to want to control the outcome, control maybe you or the way that you move throughout life. But I think all in good time, they are learning that it's about partnership. So what? Communication is key. Yeah, they're really learning through this connection to communicate, to be honest, to be truthful, to not just go silent when things get hard. They really want to make sure that they are not turning their back when they don't know how to navigate something. I think they really want to keep that guardianship, that I can take care of this family, I can take care of this connection. And I think they're learning that communication really does help a lot more than maybe they used to think in the past. Maybe they used to go quiet on you, or they used to kind of, I don't want to say clam up, but kind of close themselves off when communication maybe was difficult, or give up when communication was difficult. But I think they're learning that it's important to communicate, to speak, to get both sides, show the world the real you. Full moon in Aquarius, this person's like, they want to be able to, and maybe they already are in some ways, it's like they want to show you the real them. They want to really I was getting like, let their weirdness show more. There's an energy of not wanting to hide, not wanting to not wanting to keep things from you anymore. They want to talk about things, they want to explain things, they want to try to get on the same page with you, collective. The Earth Keeper. Alright, we're gonna start putting stuff together. This is beautiful. These cards are just darling. This is the, what's it called? Mystical Shaman Oracle by Alberto Villoldo, Colette Baron Reed, and Marcelo Lobos. These cards are absolutely divine, and I'm so happy. Like, look how beautiful. Lots of feathers. Feathers are very significant. Feathers. So the Earth Keeper. Let's see here. All right. How are we gonna do this? The Earth Keeper. Just as you're involved in co-creating your world, you are also responsible for its well-being. The Earth Keepers are dedicated to the stewardship of the Earth and all life. They choose to hold the sacred dream of the planet of a planet where all beings live in peace and where the rivers and the air are clean. Remember that everything you do has an impact for 7 generations. The invitation is, you've outgrown your small dream of success and achievement and are ready to dream big, with possibilities beyond your wildest expectations. Take on the mantle of the Earth Keeper and reach out to a friend in need whom you may not have been in touch with for some time. Take care of your pets and feed any strays that come by. Clean up your yard, as this is a reflection of your relationship to the earth. Grow the sacred dream and your personal life will flourish. Remember, it's not about me any longer. The medicine is, as you care for your body, you show your care for Mother Earth. So begin with the stewardship of your health. What are you putting in your mouth? Are you feeding on foods and thoughts that are not good for you? Start doing what you know will be good for you today. So I feel like this energy, it's like this person may have been the type of person to be more pessimistic in the past, or they may have saw things from the darker perspective. But I think through this connection, it's almost like your wind your wind came into their breath, and maybe they're allowing themselves to kind of dream a little bit bigger. Not a lot, but a little bit bigger. They're allowing themselves to kind of be like, okay, maybe there is a possibility of things may be working out. Maybe I don't have to see this in such a negative light. I can see it with a fresh breath. And I feel like this connection really kind of showed them that things don't have to be so negative. And then the card that represents them, the dream state. Very interesting. What are the dream state? What is the dream state about? Unwind your mind. Here is a place where all things are possible, a deep slumber. In a deep slumber, you are shown the wildest of fantasies and reconnected with your deceased loved ones. Dream up something fabulous and new that might bring to fruition. Take time before bed to unwind, unplug, rest your mind, ensure you have the best chance possible to make your dreams sweet. So, I feel like this person, with the Earth Keeper and this card being together, it's like this person's really trying to clear their mind or calm their mind or find a way to find some sort of inner peace. I think with this, in regards to this connection, it's almost like their third eye was cleansed in a way. There's something that they're seeing differently about the world, about life. There's a perspective shift that has happened within this person through this connection that's caused them to really almost hope more, dream bigger, or look at things in a different way than before. A lot of intuition, a lot of purple energy and blue. So it's like they want to communicate something to you about this new found realization or this new way of seeing things being. So we've got the cave and the mountain, which is very interesting because they kind of go together. Ooh. These eyes, they're so intense. So they're definitely looking within themselves right now. They're definitely they're in the cave of their soul. They're really illuminating a lot of things. It's almost like this connection told them or showed them that they needed to go within, that they really needed to look at the dark, look in their inner cave. And I don't know why, with these being reversed, or I thought they were, never mind, but I was just getting that 69 yin-yang energy coming through. So they're really touching the light and the dark within them right now. I think this person might also be hiding something, like that truth, that perspective change, that perception change that they've gone through. they might be hiding that from you, because I feel like they're still exploring it themselves. They're not really fully, they're like, oh, what is this new enlightenment or this new state that has come through for me? Oh, we have soul alignment. It's time for radical change. And you're going through a change, they're going through a change. Out of the woods, you've made it through. What newness is emerging? So it's like, there's big change. And then with everything is a reflection. Y'all are both going through tremendous change through this connection. I feel like this person is really trying to show up for themselves so that they can show up for you more balanced. And I think you're really trying to have faith right now, collective, in how things are unfolding. So let's get a few more messages with tarot for the guidance for the overall messages. So Spirit, what overall guidance do you have for the collective about this connection? What overall guidance do you have for the collective about this connection? 5 of Pentacles. What overall... Oh, okay. I feel like for you, collective, there's this energy of maybe you have seen, maybe things have come back up for you, fears, hurts, worries, things that maybe in the past kept you trapped. And I think this connection maybe illuminated those in a way, but it's also illuminated the fact that you are not stuck. Do you see that key? So it's like Spirit's like, whenever you're ready to get up, you can unlock that door and find something beautiful on the other side. I think that maybe you or this person or both of you are kind of holding yourselves back in a way because I don't know if you feel like you're ready. I don't know if you feel like you can show up in the way that you want, or maybe you don't feel like you're good enough or something. There's something that holds you back. Yeah, the 5 of Cups, it's lack mentality. And I'm feeling like this is more for the person watching. It's this energy of, I don't want to say victim mentality or like poor me, but it's this energy of, there's my garage opening. It's like, can I allow myself to be free in a connection? Can I allow myself to trust, have blind faith in my Emperor, in this person? Spirit, what guidance can you give the collective? What guidance can you give the collective? You're not trapped like you think you are. You're very abundant. There are a lot of things that are growing. There are a lot of fruitful things that are happening in your life. And I think sometimes we can get focused on what we don't have, or focused on the ways that we're not good enough, or the ways that things could go wrong. But I think Spirit's really calling us, collective, to see what is abundant in your life and water that. Guidance for the collective. Yeah, you're meant to be inspiring yourself, moving forth this path in a way that is that trust, that blind faith, that knowing that like maybe things aren't happening in the exact time or way that you want, but there's still something beautiful happening regardless. Like if you look, she's like worried about this cup that's fallen, that's empty now, all these empty cups. But look at this, that beautiful cup in the back, waiting for her. The key, look at this, the key is waiting for her to take it. So I think you're really, maybe you're like being called to take a leap of faith, or this connection calls for the both of you to take a leap of faith. Yeah. It's almost like this balance. The 6 of Pentacles. Like you give, I give, we both give. guidance can you give the collective about this connection, Spirit? What guidance can you give the collective about this connection? Look at this. We got the Knight of Pentacles. We got Justice. And I did see Temperance. I think this connection wants to balance. It wants to balance in the physical. It wants to ground in the physical, be abundance. But I think that you and this person have to decide to really walk on that path and to have faith that it can be beautiful. There might be some things that need to balance out. There might be some things that need to kind of come into alignment, but it's possible. Spirit, what guidance can you give? What, and you know this. You have a knowing about this. There might be a reconciliation or some sort of conversation that's going to happen about this. But I feel like you have a awareness, and I think this goes for the both of you, you and this person. You have an awareness that there's something deeper here. You're like, why is this connection, like, why is this happening? But it's like, it's beckoning you forward. It's beckoning the two of you together for a reason. It's not just happening to happen. There's some profound truth or profound journey that you're both meant to be going on. You're both meant to be learning and growing. There's something you're both meant to be honing in on. Alright, and then I also wanted to get some guidance from the Priestess of Light. So Spirit, what guidance can you give the collective watching this video about this connection? Guidance for the collective about this connection. I think this person really looks to you. It's like they really want to be this leader. They really want to be this guardian that you can kind of come to. And maybe they're still working on that. They're still working on embodying their Emperor energy. But they really look to you, collective, because you seem to have a good head on your shoulders. You seem to have a good understanding of things. And sometimes they may want to see that, sometimes they may not, because it's like they may just want you to follow what they say. So guidance for the collective about this connection, Spirit. Guidance about this connection, Spirit. Guidance about this connection, Spirit. Guide. Angelic assistance. So this connection is being guided by the divine. I think divine timing has a big part in this connection. The illuminated path. It's something that, oh look, the wolf. This person looks to you as that guide. Your light is the guiding force. Do you see that? The wolf? She's guiding, he's following, he's trusting. So I feel like the more that you are balanced with yourself, the more that you are connected to that radiance, that light, that wisdom, that direct connection to the Great Spirit, the more that this person is able to kind of follow that energy, to feel that, so that they can find that. So they can find their way forward as well. Yeah, it's like you're their star. Circle of eternal joy. Timelessness, dance of life. This connection is... I think this connection has the potential to be very beautiful. I think it already is very beautiful, but there's something that's changing within you and this person. It's very profound. I think that's where I'm gonna stop. But yeah, I hope that this message resonated with you and that it gave you some insight on your connection and what's going on in the ethers. There's a lot going on under the surface, I will say. There's a lot of things that maybe you cannot see that's happening under the surface. You're being assisted with. I just feel like there's something meant to ground here. But I think it's gonna take getting out of your own way, both of you. You have to get out of your own way. Allow this to be a gift. Allow this to be a source of inspiration to come into balance with yourselves and then each other. Trust. Things might not look how you want them to look when you want them to look that way, but just trust, because there are things that are happening. There is change for the both of you, for this connection. All right. I think that's where I'm going to stop, like I said. But I hope that you enjoyed this video, and as always, peace and blessings are manifesting for you, and everything is aligning for your highest good. Thank you so much for watching this video. I'm sending you love. Bye!